Og Linus, skal du også have? Linus?
Går vi til den i dag, hva'?
Skål!
Skål!
Lars!
Skål!
Skål på fantastisk fredag, og sommeren er kommet!
In the Danish countryside lies a small village by the name of Andelssamfundet i Hjortshøj. It was founded 30 years ago by settlers motivated by sustainability and diversity, who built their own houses away from larger society. The village soon hosted a housing cooperative, allowing for tenants and more diversity.
We have different people living in different states of their lives where they can have either small kids or grown up or elder people. Diversity is not just a statement, but something that we actually do by including people. If you just are in your own house and don't talk to other people, then it's much easier. Of course, interacting with people also causes problems and challenges.
Well, of course, it's a challenge that you have to discuss a lot of things, and sometimes you can sort of ask yourself, why do I choose to live here? But it certainly mostly is very fulfilling that you have to discuss things with people. You can, of course, there are conflicts, but you have to solve them.
Problems in the village are discussed in community meetings and often revolve around diversity. Karen tries to attend every meeting.
Det är dumt i den, och så står den och vibrerar också. Och det är som sagt fint nog vi står en gång in emellan. Och Katrina har varit den är vår närbo som varit och snackat med dem och sagt att ja, men det är fint, ni må gott komma här, men ni ska respektera att vi är någon som bor här och kan bli förstyrrade. Så hvis du kommer ihåg och säger det för mat så ska jag gå och så något. Och så har hon prövat det och de har svarat emot. Till slut har de sagt nej, det är våra spännande närmaste gå så vi ska lära här.
This conflict between seniors and teens playing basketball was resolved by agreeing to disassemble the basketball stand now and reassemble it at the end of summer. Such decisions are taken by people attending meetings.
There's quite a few people today, but the last 3 meetings, there were some big questions on the agenda, and that of course attracts more people. So there was quite a few more people the 2-3 meetings before this, and now there wasn't anything special today.
13 out of 300 villagers came today. It's typical to see more older people participating than younger.
I would like that there was more people who participated.
This is Søren Skorp. In 2013, he moved in together with his children and his wife. He found that much of the community was managed by older villagers. He is part of a younger generation who are less involved in managing the community.
The older generation have been very active and very much involved in a lot of very good but also very idealistic projects that probably they are not feasible anymore with the change of generations. So some of this will have to either die out or to be in a way that the people who live here actually can do it. So there is this dynamic change to it, and it's a part of the place, and I think we have to accept that.
In the winter we have like this Solværvsfest. When we have these parties, there's a lot of storytelling, like old adventures and stuff, and also folk music. I think we never would have tried that if we hadn't just happened to be in the middle of it. It wouldn't be something like we would go say, oh, Friday night we go to the city and find some folk music and have a traditional dance, but they think it's funny.
Older villagers seem to be more engaged, not only because of retirement, but also because many of them helped found the village 30 years ago.
We were a group of about 35 who started, and we wanted to live environmental sustainable, wanted to live it and not just talk it.
We started building in 94, more or less, yeah. Took about 18 months to build the house. There are a lot of things we tried to do, like building with unfired bricks and insulation with used paper. More insulation than what was demanded at the time. And solar panels to the hot water. They were there from the start.
I must say that the society around us, they've sort of caught up with us, because now the rules of how the glass on your house should be, and how thick your insulation should be, that's the common thing now, and it wasn't when we started.
Because outside society has become just as sustainable as the village is now distinct because of its social life. The village founders have helped transition a sustainable community into a diverse village.
There's a lot more about the social side of things than there is about the ecological. The ecological thing is sort of just named at the end. And it's also going to be all ecological. But all the other part of it is about that it's a place where everybody and anybody could live.
When Karen retired from her job, she began to spend more time volunteering in the village, often in the company of paid workers.
I like the small jobs. People are pleased with the products, and it's good quality, and you know what you buy and all that sort of thing. That's it's very fulfilling, I think.
It's the people who live here who creates the place, and there are the activities that we create, and if no one creates anything, well, there isn't anything. So there's this what can you say, kind of responsibility to do something, but also to have the time and the commitment to actually do it.
Because Søren works full-time and has children, he does not have as much time to spend on community as older villagers do. The time he spends in the community is mainly together with his family, and participating in community farming is rarely without his daughter.
When she is here, she likes it, but it's always a little battle to come here, because sometimes it's a little boring also. But I think it's an important part of it, and when you know where things come from, so you just this food is not made in the supermarket; it's made in the field. So I think it's a good lesson for the children.
Søren is more concerned with inspiring his children through participation than to help manage the community.
I don't know if they will live here, but I hope they will have learned something from growing up here and living here, so they can bring that to their lives wherever they want to settle down.
When Søren retires and has more free time to help manage the community, he will have another opportunity to pass on values to younger villagers. Søren might have new ideas for activities in the village, which will help make it stay relevant. Today's activities include brass bands and goat keeping, but the activities of the future might be very different.
Of course, you bring something to the community, but it should also be something that you gain something from. So it's not an obligation to do anything. It should not be a task that I have to do this. So it should be fun also.
Yes, I hope we will continue to be able to work with new ideas and develop the place to so it's still interesting to be here.